Hey everybody, Ryan here. Alright, 3 games tonight to go over. One of any significance, the other two are not of any real significance to our standings of any type. But we have our President's Trophy winner and a winner of the West Division finally tonight. Let's get down to the games and we'll see who ends up being. Alright, first game is between Minnesota and St. Louis. It's more so just these two are finishing out their season. I believe this is their last games. It has no significance to them. They're going to play either Vegas or Colorado, depending on who wins the division. Alright, this one, Blues slapped the Wild again. 4-0 yesterday and 7-3 today. This game actually started out in Minnesota's favor. They came out hot. They came out hard. 3:23 into the first period. Nico Sturm's 11th of the year. Had a great year, actually, Nico Sturm. I was kind of surprised. Didn't know this guy had the secondary scoring ability that he does. I thought he was mostly just a shutdown forward. But nope, he had some offense this year. And that was from Nick Bonino and Nick Bugstad. Then at 4:06 of the first, Ryan Suter's third from Marcus Foligno. I almost said, in my head I always called him Foligno. I almost said it out loud there. Sorry about that. 16:04 into the first, Foligno's 11th from Ian Cole and Jordan Greenway. Honestly, Marcus Foligno has had a really quietly good year for Minnesota. He missed some time with injury there for a little while, but he has had a really good season so far. I mean, for a guy who normally plays like fourth line minutes, he's had a really good offensive year. And we go into the second period, 3-0 Minnesota. It is, as you can tell by the score, all St. Louis from here. 5:16 into the second period, Zach Sanford's 10th of the year from Kyle Clifford and Nico Mikkola. Then at 8:29 of the second, Brandon Schenn's 15th on the power play from Ryan O'Reilly and Mike Hoffman. At 11:33 of the second, David Perron's 18th from Barbashev and Falk. Then at 14:03 of the second, Schenn's 16th on the power play from Perron and Hoffman. We come into the first 3-0 Minnesota. We come out of the second 4-3 St. Louis leading. 5:50 into the third, Perron's 19th, his second of the game, from Hoffman and Krug, that was on the power play. 6:33 into the third, Jordan Kyrou's 13th from Klim Kostin and Marco Scandella. Then at 15:29 of the third, Kyrou at his 14th of the year from Bortuzzo and Steven Santini, giving us our final score of 7-3, St. Louis with the victory. St. Louis outshot Minnesota 27-20. They beat them in the faceoff dot as well, 51-49. Minnesota 0 for 2 on the power play. St. Louis 3 for 4 on the power play. Had a great power play tonight. 8 minutes to 4, 8 for Minnesota. Hits were 24-20 in favor of Minnesota. Blocks 8-7 in favor of Minnesota. Giveaways 16-11 in favor of St. Louis. Or not in favor of, but St. Louis was 16, sorry. Kakkonen had 20 saves for a 741 save percentage. Not a good end to the year for Kakkonen there. Binnington 17 saves for 850 save percentage for the victory. Not a great game for him either, truth be told. Alright, on to Vancouver versus Calgary. This is just finishing out the season. I think Vancouver ends their season next Tuesday. And by the way, they did release the playoff schedule. The first game starts on Saturday, which is Boston versus Washington. And the last teams to play their first game is, I believe, Toronto and Montreal, which is next Wednesday, is their game 1. Yeah, a bit of a ways away for that one compared to the others. But anyways, back to this game, Vancouver versus Calgary. Calgary wins this one 4-1. Vancouver starts the scoring a minute 2 into the game. Matthew Highmore's first from Travis Hamonic and Brock Besser. Then 3:36 of the first, Rasmus Anderson scores his 5th of the year from John Gaudreau and Elias Lindholm. Then at 5:17 of the first, Andrew Mangiapane's 14th from Nikita Nesterov and Joachim Nordstrom. No scoring in the second. Third period, 15:33 in, Lindholm would scores 18 from Matthew Tkachuk and Christopher Tanev. Then at 16:37 of the third, Tkachuk's 12th on the power play from Gaudreau and Michael Backlund, giving us our final score 4-1, Calgary with the victory. Alright, Calgary outshot Vancouver 28-25. Vancouver beat them in the faceoff pretty handily, 61-39. Power play is 0 for 1 for Vancouver, 1 for 4 for Calgary. Penalty minutes 8-2, 8 for Vancouver. Hits 11-7 in favor of Vancouver. Blocks 12-8 in favor of Vancouver. And giveaways 14-8, 14 for Calgary. Demko had 24 saves for 857 save percentage and loss. And Markstrom, 24 saves, 960 save percentage in the victory. Is that his last game? Is that their last game of the year, Calgary? If it is, then Markstrom ends the year with a victory against his old team. If not, then he has another chance to get another one. Alright. Now the deciding game for the... I keep wanting to say Pacific. The West Division. If Colorado wins this game in regulation, then they get the President's Trophy and they become the first place team in the West. If they lose in any fashion, overtime, shootout, or just a regulation loss, then they finish second and they will be playing Minnesota. I forgot to mention if they win and they get the division, then they play St. Louis. So let's see how this went. And Colorado is your top team in the NHL and the top team in the West Division, obviously, since they're top team in the NHL. Alright, so this is how this game went. 19:15 into the first period, we have our first goal of the game. Sean Walker's fifth, unassisted for LA. That is their one and only goal. 9:46 into the second, Tyson Jost scores the game with his sixth goal of the year from Mikko Rantanen and Gabriel Landeskog. Then at 11:38 of the second, Tyson Jost will get his second goal of the game. This would end up being the game-winning goal from Connor Timmins and Mikko Rantanen. That 14:26 of the second, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare will score his ninth for Jacob Magna and Andrei Burakovsky. That 16:50 of the second, Jonas Donskoy will score his 17th for Nazem Kadri and Connor Timmins. Then at 17:50 of the second, Ryan Graves would fight Brendan Lemieux. Graves would get instigator. Lemieux would get, I forget what penalty he got. I don't remember what penalty. I don't want to guess and give you wrong information, so I'm sorry I forgot that. 18:58 into the second period, Burakovsky would score his 19th goal of the year from Devin Taves and Cale Makar. And there you have it. Colorado, your President's Trophy winning team, and the winning team for the West Division, playing St. Louis in the first round. And you have Vegas versus Minnesota, which has never occurred before. I'm pretty sure St. Louis and Colorado played at some point in their existence. There's pretty much no possible way they haven't. But it is always possible, I guess. But I'll have to see. Actually, I should look at that. When I do my reviews, I should look at how many times they played in the past. Good idea. Alright, anyways. Shots on goal, 43-22 in favor of Colorado. Face-off, 62-38, heavily in favor of LA. Power plays 0 for 2 for each, 9 penalty minutes for LA, 19 for Colorado. Hits were 13-8 in favor of LA. Blocks 23-13 in favor of LA. Giveaways 2-0. I almost say Vancouver again. Colorado, 2 giveaways. Grosnick had 38 saves for 884 save percentage and loss. And Johansson, 21 saves for 955 save percentage for the victory for Colorado. And there you have it. That is all the games for this evening. We have our final playoff matchups set up. And look out tomorrow. I will have my first preview for the first round for the game that starts on Saturday, the Washington versus Boston series. That will be dropping tomorrow, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And other than that, make sure to comment and share. And I will see you all next video. Bye, everybody.